Hey kids, this is a continuation of what we just did in our note card, the same stuff. I'm going to do it pretty quick for you, and I want you to continue the pattern. So in this one, we're going to do our patterns, we're going to put it on the table, and we are going to build the table, the graph for it, right? So I'm going to get rid of this little thing. And now when you want to set this up, I want you to set this up in your notebook like this, and then to complete it, whatever I do with you, and then you take it from there. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw the first dot. So our first one has a single dot, right? Now our second one is going to have that same dot in the middle, right? I'm going to put it right here, but we're going to grow it, right? We're going to put another one on top, another one on bottom, another one out here, and another one out here. Now this isn't so different from the example we did before, but essentially what you see is that in the first one, we would fill this out and say that we have 1, 1, right? Design 1 has 1 dot. So we'd come over here and we put a point right there. That's our 1, 1. So we might even label it. This is 1 for X and 1 for Y. It's design 1 and it has 1 dot. Okay. Now, then we say for the second one, we say, well, that has 2. It's our pattern 2. How many dots does it have? So it's design number 2 and it has 5 dots. So we might come down here and go to design 2, move up all the way to 5, which is right here. And this is where I can start to say, let's label this side over here. Let's label, this is 5, right? This is, if that's 5, this must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we'll see how many we can get on here. Now, the next pattern, I want you to say what's going to happen in that third pattern. And now I want you to notice what we added in the last one. So in this last pattern that we just did, we added, let's get a little bit of orange in here, orange and yellow, or orange and purple go together. What did we add? We added that much to it, right? Those are the new ones, right? So that's how much we added. So we can say right here, we went plus 4. Now, I'd like you to continue the pattern, go all the way down. Let's take our pattern. Let's make sure, you don't have to draw them all, but let's make our pattern go down to design 3, design 4, design 5, and that's probably good. That's fine. And then up here, I want you to draw it. So I want on your drawing to draw what happens next. How would this pattern grow again? And, you know, it's not a big secret. Like, it would grow by 4 again. And then after you do that, I want you to graph it, right? I'd already graphed the 2 and the 5. And I want you to graph the next point, the third point, and if you can fit it, the fourth point. I don't know if you're able to fit it. Maybe you'll have to extend your graph. But see, do they start to line up? Is this linear? The second one I want to talk about today that I want you to do in your notebook is this one here. In this one, we're talking the number of sides. So in the first one, we have a triangle that's made of 3 sides, right? That makes sense. So we'd go down here and think about 1, 3, but I'm not going to graph it yet. The second one, watch what I do. This is going to be a little different. I'm going to start with what we had, which is a 3-sided triangle, right? And how I add the new triangle matters a lot. How I'm going to add it is I'm going to put one upside down right here. So now I've got one triangle with another one upside down right there. And I might even go back and say, let's erase the corner here. Let's just kind of, so you can tell that there are different lines making it, right? So now what did I do? Well, I added 2 more sides to make this kind of upside down triangle. So now I have 2 triangles, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. So I'm going to say right here, the number of sides is 5. And my number of patterns is 2. So my pattern 2, I have 5 right there. What's it going up by? And that's where you look at this and you say, well, in the first one, it was going up by 4, but that's a totally different thing. This one, I'm only adding those 2 sides. So this one is going to be going up by only 2. So now I can start to look at this and say, yeah, let's get these numbers on here on the graph. So I'm going to go back to my blue, and I'm going to say that's 0. Make that blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's start graphing it. 1 and 3. Where is that? Well, you go over 1 up to 3, right? 2, 5, over 2 up to 5. I've got 2 of my points. And now the question is, what happens when I do the next one? Well, I want you to take this one down to 3, 4, and 5. And I want you to see what the extension is. And I want you to draw this up here. So what you're doing is you're going to draw the next pattern in your notebook. And the same thing over here. On the first one, I want you to draw the next pattern, what's happening. I want you to complete the table and complete the graph. In your notebook, that's your practice problems for today. Good luck, have fun, pretty interesting stuff. It's just practice. It should be good at recognizing patterns, and I will see all of you soon. Bye, everybody.